is it okay to use the same password for things you don't care about? Does that make sense?
I think I get what you're asking, right? So things that pose a low risk to you.
Yeah, like it's not attached to a credit card, like things like that.
I mean, so ultimately, when I'm working in the defense sector or I'm working for a private client, the goal is to understand how much risk you're willing to accept. And there's no way to get rid of 100% of risk. And so if you're willing to accept that level of risk by reusing the same password, because the threat is small, right? Maybe it's your library card, or maybe it's your, I don't know that the library would agree with me that you reuse the same password.
Right.
But if it's a low risk thing and there's not really much, to it, you can, if you're willing to accept that risk. Now, one of the things about the hacking and all of that stuff, right? Especially if somebody's going after you personally or someone you know personally, they're building a database on you, right? And so just because they got into these things because you shared the same password across, that helps them build a bigger picture of you. And by building the bigger picture of you, they can actually ingest that information and put that into a tool that builds a profile on you. And now they have a profile on you, and they're able to generate better password guesses because maybe, it's your Houday page, right? Or it's your old MySpace page, and you don't want to update your music, but you just got the same, you can't get rid of it because, everybody loves Tom. And so, whatever it is, but now they're able to just take one more piece of the you puzzle and put it together and make a bigger picture because, maybe you use it across 6 different things. So if you're willing to accept that risk, do it, right? But if you're not willing to accept that risk, make a different password for everything. I could tell you there are a few things where I have reused a password, and my wife and I, we reuse one for trivial things. And when we know that it's something trivial, we're like, is it the usual? Yeah, it's the usual. And so we kind of have that conversation. But, you won't find that in our high risk, high danger. Every time I send her a randomly generated special character 25 number password, she's like, seriously? And I'm like, you don't have to remember it. Just use the password manager.
Right.
Yeah. But then like the password she has on the password manager is like password 1, 2, 3.
Right.
Like, no, right. You just, you put a ridiculous password on the password manager. Yeah. Secure your password manager. Use multi-factor authentication to prevent access to it.
Just do something. Doing nothing is no